Hi, my name's Peyton. I'm 20 years old and I'm a late diagnosed autistic. A few months ago, I filmed a video about masking and I've gotten a few requests to do a video about unmasking, so that's what this is. So this video is going to be specifically about that, and I'm gonna link the video I did specifically on masking in the description box. But to sum it up, masking is something a lot of people do, but specifically autistic people do to appear more normal or socially acceptable, to avoid ridicule and disapproval, and to just feel more safe in this neurotypical world. The problem with that is it can be extremely draining and anxiety inducing and damaging in general, which is why unmasking can be really important. And the sad thing is a lot of us mask subconsciously, so the first step to unmasking is realizing that you are masking and when you're masking and in what scenarios you tend to mask more in. Unmasking itself is just the act of learning how to take that mask off and just be yourself and learn who your true authentic self is. For a lot of us in the late diagnosed community, we, or at least personally, didn't realize that we were autistic for a really long time, let alone masking, because like I said, a lot of us do it subconsciously. So for me, I just grew up knowing I'm really different. I'm not like socially acceptable. Everybody's telling me that I'm inherently wrong. So I don't know exactly what I'm doing wrong. I just know that my existence is incorrect. So I just kind of observed people around me, like I said, and just observed different things and got my mask built to try to appear as neurotypical as possible. And of course, I'm autistic, so that mask is never going to be perfect. I'm never going to be neurotypical, no matter how hard I try. So a lot of us don't even know who we are behind that mask. We don't know what we actually like and what we actually believe in, because we've been too busy in survival mode building this mask, trying to appear acceptable just to get through life. And I cannot tell you how exhausting that is. Like, I genuinely cannot convey it to you unless you've experienced it. I know a lot of people are going to be looking for a very straight, cut and dry, to the point answer on how to stop masking and just to take that mask off and be done with it. But to be completely honest, it's a lot more complicated than that. For a lot of us, we didn't know that we were masking to begin with, so it's just so internally and subconsciously ingrained into us and into our brains and into our behavior that it took us years to build this mask, right? It took us years to get to the point that we're at now. So who knows how long it's going to take to genuinely fully unmask and take that mask off and unlearn all those behaviors and relearn who you are as a person. I don't want to sound completely hopeless, because slowly but surely you do make progress. I am definitely way more unmasked and way more myself than I was 3 years ago or even a year ago. But if I'm being completely honest, I'm not to a point where I can completely unmask around anyone. I'm to a point where I can take my mask off to an extent, and I mask way less around people that I'm comfortable with than people that I don't know very well or am not comfortable with quite yet. The best advice that I can give you if you want to start unmasking is stop people pleasing, set boundaries, and stick to them. And that is a lot easier said than done. I struggle with that daily. But you have to advocate for yourself and your needs, because you're the only person that knows them. And no, not everybody's gonna fucking listen, but some will. And to be completely frank, the people that don't aren't worth being in your life. You have to know that there's nothing wrong with prioritizing your mental health, because if you don't, if you keep pushing yourself, you're gonna hit a breaking point. This is gonna sound really cliche, but don't hold back. Be unapologetically yourself. Imagine just getting to know yourself better and being more in tune with yourself and your own needs, and meeting your own needs and accommodating yourself for the first time. That's such a freeing weightlifting experience. Of course that's gonna improve your mental health. And I guarantee you're gonna have a hell of a lot more energy when you're not spending 80% of your mental and emotional and physical energy trying to appear human, normal, socially acceptable, whatever the fuck you want to call it. And I guarantee you'll find out who's really there for you and who actually cares about you, because there's gonna be people that don't get it, that aren't willing to put that effort into understanding the new you and accommodating you. And those people, it might sound harsh, are not worth your time in my opinion, because if they're not going to put the time and effort and energy into understanding you and being there for you, why would you put the time and energy into them and having them in your life? Like, no thank you. I know it sounds harsh, but I've had to cut out a lot of people for the sake of my own peace and my own well-being. Don't get me wrong, there are cons to unmasking. People will treat you differently, they'll see you differently, they'll treat you as less than, they'll be less accepting, you'll get discriminated against because ableism is real, especially if you're a part of other minority groups. A lot of autistic people that unmask and start to freely stim are assumed to be mentally ill or on drugs. It's a sad reality, but it's true. When I started unmasking, a lot of people started treating me differently. My grandma, who I lived with at the time, became less tolerable of me and eventually kicked me out, and I was homeless for a few months because of that. I'm not gonna say that my unmasking was what caused that entirely, but it was definitely a major factor. The guy that I was seeing at the time started to distance himself from me. My friends, or the people that I was spending time with, became less accepting of me. I was told more than usual that I was just being too much, or I wasn't doing enough, or I was weird or lazy, and unfortunately that was to be expected. Unmasking is an absolutely amazing, life-changing, life-improving experience, in my opinion, but it does have its downsides. Downsides that are worth it, in my opinion, but downsides. And I say that speaking on my experience personally. I was in a situation where I didn't see my life improving in any way, shape, or form. In fact, my life was kind of falling apart at one point. But once I started to refuse to be anything but myself, all of the shitty people in my life kind of just magically exited. And my quality of life skyrocketed. I moved into my first place, had the best experience with a therapist I've ever had, and I have the best boyfriend in the world. Not to mention, my life is so much more peaceful. Thank you, Lord. That's all I've got for today, but I hope you enjoyed the video, and consider giving me a like and a subscribe. If not, totally cool, totally fine, no pressure. I hope you have a blessed day, and lace the fuck up. Hi, my name's Peyton, and why is there hair in my mouth? Bing, bop, boom, bam. The type of shit I'm on you wouldn't understand. The type of skits I'm on you wouldn't understand.
Babe, how are you getting on folding the laundry?
Yeah, fine. I'm just going to do it a little bit later. How the hell am I supposed to say that I can't even get up off this sofa? I'm such an idiot who can't just fold their laundry. I need help, but I can't ask for that.
How are you getting on with the laundry?
Struggling to even get started. Even though I know what to do, it's like I can't force myself to just do what I know I need to do, if that makes any sense.
No, that makes sense. Do you want me to body double you?
I'd feel quite guilty if you were body doubling, because that's like my task today. So I think I should just get on with it on my own.
Don't be silly. I'd rather it done. I'll just sit here.
Are you sure?
Yeah, do it. Babe, are you ready to go?
Yeah, just coming. Why have I left it so late to get ready? I'm so unreliable. I hate myself. Oh my God, I haven't charged my headphones. I don't know where my keys are. Where did I put them?
You got everything?
Yeah, come on.
Everything okay, babe?
I need to say I'm running late, but they are going to hate me for this. Yeah.
Babe, are you ready to go?
Not really, no. I don't think I've got anything that I need. I know I'm running late, I'm going to miss the train, but I think I'm about to have like a panic attack.
Do you want a cuddle?
I haven't got time for a cuddle.
Come on.
That's better, actually.